Raised beds are a popular choice for vegetable gardening, and for good reason. Here is all you need to know about raised bed gardening if you are planning to have one or already have it. Better drainage. Raised beds provide better drainage than traditional garden beds, which is especially important if you have heavy clay soil that tends to hold water. Less soil compaction. Because you don't walk on the soil in raised beds, it stays loose and fluffy, which allows plant roots to grow more easily. Fewer weeds. Raised beds are easier to weed than traditional garden beds because they have defined borders and you don't have to worry about stepping on your plants. Easier access. Raised beds are elevated off the ground, which makes them easier to access if you have mobility issues or back problems. Longer growing season. Raised beds warm up faster in the spring than traditional garden beds, which means you can start planting earlier in the season and extend your growing season into the fall. Higher yields. Because you can control the quality of your soil and provide optimal growing conditions for your plants, raised beds often produce higher yields than traditional garden beds. Aesthetically pleasing. Raised beds can be designed to fit any space or style, and they add a beautiful focal point to any garden. Materials for raised garden. Wood, concrete block, bricks, stone, galvanized steel, plastic. Common mistakes to avoid when building a raised bed. Not planning ahead. Take the time to plan out your garden before you start building your raised bed. Consider the location, size, and materials you'll need. Choosing the wrong location. Make sure your raised bed is located in an area that gets plenty of sunlight and has good drainage. Avoid placing it under trees or near structures that could block sunlight. Using the wrong materials. Choose materials that are durable, rot-resistant, and safe for growing food. Avoid using pressure-treated wood, which can leach harmful chemicals into the soil. Building too large. Keep your raised bed to a manageable size so you can easily reach all parts of it without stepping on the soil. Not preparing the soil. Before you fill your raised bed with soil, make sure to remove any grass or weeds and loosen the soil underneath. You can also add compost or other organic matter to improve soil quality. Overcrowding plants. Make sure to give your plants enough space to grow by following recommended spacing guidelines for each type of plant. Overwatering. Raised beds drain more quickly than traditional garden beds, so be careful not to overwater your plants. Use a moisture meter or stick your finger into the soil to check for moisture before watering. Ignoring pests and diseases. Keep an eye out for pests and diseases that can damage your plants. Remove any diseased plants immediately and use organic pest control methods whenever possible. Garden bed height of borders on flat ground either 6 or 12 inches. It depends on the type of plants you want to grow. Length of roots in inches. Lettuce roots 6 to 12, onions 4 to 6, carrots, cucumbers 12 to 18, tomatoes and peppers 18 to 24. Thank you for visiting Happy Gardening.